Good morning. Good morning, Elizabeth. Hi, Anne. Hi, Eric. Hi, other Anne. We have a change of scenery today. I had a bit of a crazy morning, so this is not going to be a normal thing, but welcome to my yoga barn. Here we are. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, continue getting set up here. All right. As far as props today, I'm going to recommend 2 blocks and a blanket if you have them. If not, no worries, you'll be just fine. And a bolster or a firm pillow might be really nice for your Shavasana today, if that's available. Hi, Emily. Emily, I was just saying that 2 blocks and a blanket will come in handy, and a bolster or foam pillow will be really nice for Shavasana if that's available. And welcome to my yoga barn. This is not going to be a normal scenery. Okay. All right. Go ahead and get started. So good morning, everyone. I'm Megan, if you don't already know. Today we're going to be doing twist and spine mobility. So I hope that feels good for you today. Just a reminder that this is your practice. This is a conversation between you and your body, not me and your body. So anything that I'm offering is just an offering. I'm simply facilitating a space for you to have that conversation with your body. So go ahead and grab your blanket if you have one. We're going to open it to a big rectangle here and fold it on the long side, making a long burrito. And you're going to lay this long on your mat. You're going to lay your back on it for support. So supporting your lower back, your upper back, make sure you also have some underneath your head for support there. Feet can be planted on the mat. Option to bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide for reclined Supta Baddha Konasana or butterfly legs. You can also bring your blocks under your knees here if you want that added support. Or you can extend your legs out long. Hands can be wherever is comfortable. And begin to just acclimate your body into this position. Remind yourself that you are safe and supported here. And begin to soften. Take notice of your breath, not trying to manipulate it in any way just yet. Notice where you're breathing. Are you breathing in the upper chest today? Are you breathing into the rib cage? Or is your breath reaching down to your belly? Just taking note. Check in with your physical body, noticing any sensations, not judging good or bad. Checking in with the emotional body, any mood, just noticing. With each inhale, make it just a bit longer than the last. And make each exhale a bit longer than the last as well. We're going to do a 4-count breath. So on your next exhale everything out to prepare. And inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. Pause for 4. Exhale for 4. Last time, inhale for 4. Pause for 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, sweep your arms up over your head. Then bring them into a cactus shape. Elbows go out wide. Feel your shoulder blades squeezing onto your blanket. And go ahead and, if your legs are out wide, go ahead and close them up like a book. Press the back of your skull into your blanket and reach your crown out long. Feel your neck growing. Give yourself a little double chin to bring length into the back of the neck. And begin to roll onto your left side, sending your knees to the left, your arm to the left. Take your blanket and put it across your mat to support your neck here. Grab a block and put it in between your thighs for a little squeeze. Laying your neck on the blanket to support your cervical spine here. Knees stack onto one another, coming out 90-degree angle from your hips. Your left fingers reach out long in front of you. Take your right arm and stack it on top of your left arm and reach the right fingers past your left. And on a slow 4-count inhale, begin to open, peel your right arm open, opening up your chest to the top, to the ceiling. Reaching the right fingertips long. It does not have to touch the mat. Pause, keeping a squeeze in the thighs onto the block. As you exhale, close your right hand slowly, fold back over on top of your left hand. Inhale, peel open just like that, noticing where the twist is coming from. We're aiming for the mid and upper back, the thoracic spine. So biting the block with our thighs is to keep stability in our lower body and our lumbar spine. One more time, slowly peel open. We're going to linger open here for just a bit. Breathe into the right lung, opening up through the right rib cage. On your exhale, feel gravity pulling the back of your right hand down towards the mat. Still very gentle here. Still very early in class, so we're not forcing our spine into any position. Should feel good. Notice any lines of tension. See if you can let them go. When you're ready, on your next exhale, begin to close your arms. And then roll back over onto your back. Press your skull into the mat, lengthen through the back of the neck. Chin tucks in for a little double chin. Lengthen. When you're ready, roll over onto the right side. Knees stack on top of one another. Neck is supported with your blanket. Squeeze the block with your thighs. Right arm reaches long in front of you. Take the left arm, stack it on top of your right hand, and reach past your right fingers. On a slow inhale, begin to peel that left arm open, opening up the chest, twisting through the mid-back. Maybe your gaze follows your left fingertips. And close. Reaching past your right fingertips. Inhale, open, peeling open towards the sky. Gentle linger. And begin to close. Slowly peeling open. This time we're going to peel open to linger. Breathing into the left side body, the left lung, expanding through the left rib cage. On your exhale, feel gravity pull the back of your left hand down towards the mat. Noticing where you feel the twist. Squeeze your block. And when you're ready, close your hands and come back onto your back body here, onto your mat. Press your skull in. You can move your blanket if you want, but I find that it's a nice to have that support. You can move your block here unless you want to keep it for a bit of an extra challenge. We're going to warm up the core. Our transverse abdominis, our TVA, is a big supporter and stabilizer for our lower back, our lumbar spine, and for all those organs that don't have protection like the rib cage surrounding them. So it's a very important muscle we're going to light up today. So begin to tilt your pelvis back and forth, press weight into your heels, and feel it kind of rocking, just a gentle massage, lengthening the tailbone, flicking it out, and then tucking it, feeling the mid-back press into the mat. Pretend you have a blueberry underneath your low back and you're trying to squash it. So feeling the mat underneath your low back, squash, squash, squash. Just notice what that feels like. Now keeping this position, keeping your low back pressed into the mat, bring your right knee over your hip and then your left knee over your hip. What we want to do is we're going to slowly tap our right foot to the mat, then our left foot down to the mat while keeping that low back pressed into the mat. Only go as far as you can while keeping that pressed into the mat. If you feel your back begin to lift, then back up. And don't bring your heel so far down. If this is easy peasy and you're like, okay, come on, Megan, begin to straighten your leg, right leg, and left leg goes out straight. If this is still, if you're still looking for more of a challenge, you can start by taking both legs out straight, only as far as you can while keeping your low back pressed onto the mat, squashing your blueberry. If you still want a little extra, you can pick your shoulders up off of the mat, keep your low back pressed into the mat. We're going to be efficient and we're also going to warm up our wrist while we're doing this. It's kind of nice to have a distraction from what's going on with our core, but not so distracted that we forget to keep our low back pressing into the mat. So take your hands straight up. You can drop your neck if you would like, and extend your wrist so the palms are facing the sky. Press your index knuckle mound out like you're going to tap it against the ceiling. Spread your fingers out wide. Continue just pressing little pulses, pressing that knuckle mound out. Keep doing that, like tiny high fives. Press your lower back into the mat. Keep pressing, little high fives. Press, press, press. Keep smashing your blueberry. Lowering your legs, tapping the ground. Keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Roll out your wrist. Try to resist shaking them. If you need to give your forearms a little massage, go ahead and do that. Remove your blanket out from underneath you and begin to take rocks up and down your mat, feeling the massage up and down your back. We're going to take this into a forward fold. So you can get there however you want to. Maybe you rock into a seat and come up to a forward fold that way, or maybe you get enough momentum to roll straight into your forward fold. Feel free to use your hands however you need to get there. We're going to come into a ragdoll position. So generous bend in the knees, feeling your low belly touch your knees. Relax your neck. Head drips down towards the mat. Grabbing opposite elbows here and feel gravity lengthen your side bodies by pulling your elbows down. Take some gentle sways from side to side. Begin to tuck your tailbone and gently roll all the way up vertebra by vertebra. Roll out your shoulders. Take any movements you need to get into any nooks and crannies in your spine here. We're going to do a little twist experiment. I did not come up with this. I learned this from one of my teachers, Bianca Scalise. So thank you, teacher. So notice your feet. Plant them hips width distance, maybe a little bit wider or shorter, depending on your skeletal structure and what's comfortable to you. That can be different for everybody. And take a mental picture of where your feet are at on the mat. We want to bring them back here after we move them into this exact same position. So notice which direction your toes are pointing. Notice how far they are apart, where exactly they are on your mat. So from here, inhale, circle, sweep your arms up, reach tall, and find a Kali Mudra grip. Interlacing your fingers, but your index fingers are pointing out like a little sword. And then exhale, bring your pointer out in front of you. We're going to do an audible exhale, like through your teeth, almost like a cough, like is what it's going to sound like if you want to practice. And notice how it turns on that PVA, that abdominal wall that we've talked about. So you're going to inhale to prepare, and then you're going to audible exhale, twist to your left. So inhale, exhale, twist to your left. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Notice where your fingers are pointing. Make a mark on the wall or outside or wherever you are. Just notice for reference. Make note. Inhale to center. Audible exhale to the right. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Notice where your fingers are pointing. Make note. Mark the wall or a tree or wherever you are. And inhale, back to center. Release your arms. Put the weight into the left heel. Send your right heel back for a short crescent, not too long. And send your heel straight up to the sky. I don't love this reference, but kind of like a Barbie heel or stilettos. So heel is up high. We're stretching the bottoms of the feet. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Exhale, cactus the spine, shoulder blades in and down your back. One more time, inhale, circle, sweep up. Exhale, cactus the spine. Send your heel over to the right and kind of squash your pinky toe. I know, poor pinky toe. Squash, squash, squash. Just stretching through the fascial lines in the bottom of the feet that go all the way up to our head. This is just to show how connected our entire body is, and one part affects the rest of all the other parts. Begin to bring your heel back towards center and then twist the heel in towards the left, squashing the big toe. Press your weight into that big toe. Squash, squash, squash. Lots of squashing today. Squashing blueberries, squashing our toes. All right. And then just roll over the toes to the big toe, to the pinky toe, stretching all of that out. Bring your right foot back in, weight into the right foot, send your left foot back for the gentle crescent. Heel up high on your stiletto feet. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. One more time, circle, sweep arms up. Exhale, cactus. Send your heel over to the left for that pinky toe smash. Opening up through the bottom of that foot, stretching throughout the fascial lines. And then heel over to the right, squashing the big toe. And then rolling back and forth on all of those toes. Bring the left foot back up. Put your feet back where they were. Remember that mental picture that you took. Place your feet. And when you're ready, inhale, circle, sweep up. Kali Mudra grip. Find your little index finger sword. Exhale, bring it out in front of you. Inhale to prepare. Audible exhale to the left. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Make note where your fingers are pointing. Inhale to center. Audible exhale to the right. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Where are your fingers? Inhale to center. Maybe you noticed a big difference between before and after stretching out the feet. Maybe you didn't, and that's okay. Sometimes that happens too. But it's just a cool experiment to show how everything's connected and everything affects, our twists don't always just come from our back. So I thought that was cool, wanted to share. So now let's come into Tadasana. We're going to do some sun bees to warm up. So mountain pose at the top of your mat, plant your feet, root down through all four corners and grip the earth with your toes. Gentle bend in the knees, lengthen your tailbone down, pubic bone rises. Notice your rib cage. Can you knit them in and down? So the low rib cage is reaching towards the hip points. Roll your shoulders up and back. And notice if that made your rib cage flare again. Pull them back down. Press the head back. Double chin to lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale, circle sweep your arms up. Exhale, sit into a chair and cactus your arms. Hips go back. Femur bones plug into the hip sockets here. Shoulder blades are on your back. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, twist to the left. Roll the right shoulder blade onto the back body and push with your right hand. Push it towards the left with that palm extension. Feel the right shoulder blade glide wide across your back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Push the left palm towards the right. Feel that shoulder blade glide wide while the right shoulder blade squeezes onto the back body. Inhale, back to center, cactus arms. Exhale, forward fold, plant the palms, step back into your plank position. From here, we're going to take our right foot outside our right hand. However you want to get there. If you need to help your foot, that is fine. So rock up and down in our lizard lunge here, just to kind of settle in and open up to this position. You can take some bounces if that feels good. Option to stay here, option to drop your leg. You can choose your own difficulty here by taking any of these options. They are all wonderful places to be. And sometimes our bodies don't want a challenge, right? We want something more restorative. So don't ever feel like you have to push to the farthest or hardest option that's given. From here, we're going to bring our left knee towards our right elbow. So you're going to lean forward, bring that left knee in, left heel squeeze to the glute. From here, take your right hand. You're going to grab the outside, the pinky side of that left foot. You can stay here or option to bring that left foot through and extend it in front of you. Gaze goes over your left shoulder for a little twist. On your exhale, bring it back through, step back to plank. We're gonna do the other side. So left foot comes outside, left hand for lizard lunge. Rock up and down. Take some bounces if that feels good. Just settling into this position. Option to stay here. Right knee is coming to left elbow. When you're ready, you can stay here or take your left palm, grab the outside of that right foot, bring it through, extend, and look over your right shoulder. On your exhale, bring it back, step back to plank. Awesome job. Lower your knees and lower your belly all the way onto the mat. Take your fingertips out wide, elbows towards the sky, active legs. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, kneecaps pop up, press the pubic bone into the mat to bring length into the low back. On your inhale, peel your chest up off the mat, coming up for low cobra. Right shoulder drops towards the mat, opening the sternum up to the left. Back to center. Left shoulder drops to the mat, sternum up, opening up to the right. Back to center. Slowly lower all the way down. Hands press into the mat to lower ribs, tuck your toes, press up and back to your first downward facing dog of the day, or of this class at least. Pressing through the palms, sending a long line of energy out through your sit bones. Gentle bend in the knees. Don't worry about your heels touching the mat. Go ahead and get adjusted here. I'm going to take off my socks now. Walk your dog if that feels good. Generous bend in one leg, sending the other heel towards the ground. Doing that on each side a couple times. Think about spiraling your inner thighs out towards the back wall and notice how that widens your sit bones. Take your right palm anywhere outside your left leg, grabbing your thigh, your knee, or your ankle, and twist over towards the left, gazing under your left armpit. Right hand comes back, left arm to right leg, gazing under your right armpit. Back to downward facing dog. Gaze up in between your thumbs. Generous bend in the knees out wide for a hovering child's pose. We're going to step up into Malasana or yoga squat, however you want to get there. So load your spring, step and step. So here in the yoga squat, feel free to put a blanket underneath your heels if that support feels good for you. Also, this is a great place for a block under your sit bones if you want more of a passive squat here instead of an active one. Settle in, move around, whatever you need to do in this position. Hands at heart center, press your elbows into your thighs and your thighs back into your elbows, making this more of an active, feel some buoyancy. Send your left hand out long at a diagonal and reach your right arm towards your left. And like you're loading up a bow and arrow, reach your right elbow back and unfurl it open. Maybe your gaze follows if that feels okay on your neck. And slowly close it. Open it again. Bow and arrow, open up, spreading to the sky. Feel that right shoulder blade squeezing onto your back body. One more time, close. Reaching up. Opening up. And hands back at heart center. We'll do the other side. Right arm reaches long. Left arm reaches towards the right hand. Loading your bow and arrow, reaching back, unfurling that arm open for long, reaching in opposite directions with the hands. Closing back up. Loading your bow and arrow, opening back up. Maybe your gaze follows your left fingers. Closing one more time. Opening up. Feeling that left shoulder blade glide onto your back body. And hands back to heart center. Come back to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Heel toe your feet into a comfortable position. We're going to take a halfway lift. This is a great place to have blocks for more of a supported halfway lift. Gentle bend in the knees, reaching your crown long. Tailbone reaches long. Engage your low belly to support your low back, pulling your belly button into your spine. Bring your right hand into heart center and then your left, so you're active here. And then press up into your Tadasana. We're gonna do that flow one more time without the Malasana twist peel opens. So inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Exhale, come into your chair, hips go back, arms to cactus. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, twist to the left, push your right arm towards the left. Inhale, center, cactus arms. Exhale, twist to the right, pushing your left arm towards the right. Back to center, cactus arms. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. Again here, get off the bus whenever you want to. Take the right foot outside the right hand for lizard lunge. Left knee to right elbow. Grab the pinky side of the foot with your right hand. Bring it through. Extend the leg, left or gaze goes over your left shoulder. On your next exhale, bring it back through, step back to plank. Left foot outside the left hand for lizard lunge. Right knee to left elbow. With your left hand, grab the outside of the foot, the right foot, bring it through, look over your shoulder. Step back to plank. Lower the knees. Lower yourself all the way down. Arms out wide for a funky cobra, onto your fingertips. Active legs, pressing the pubic bone into the mat. Peel your chest up. Right shoulder down towards the mat, sternum opening to the left. Back to center, left shoulder down, opening up to the right. Back to center, rolling all the way down. Hands plant by the low ribs, press yourself up and back to your downward facing dog. Then take a breath here. Checking back in with your body. Right hand reaches outside left leg. Gaze underneath your left armpit. Gentle twist. Right hand plants. Left hand reaches outside your right leg. Gentle twist. Back to center. Look up in between your thumbs. Then step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Your choice, however you want to get there, back meeting into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Strong core here, low belly to spine, reach through the crown, hands to heart center, gentle bend in the knees, and step all the way up. Okay. Take a grounding breath here before our next sequence. Tapping back into the breath, back into your body, back into this present moment, back into your practice. See if you can lengthen your breath if it got short again. Maybe coming back to that 4 count breath. When you're ready, on your next inhale, circle, sweep the arms up, reach high. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, your right foot is going to reach back, plant your hands. We're going to come back to Anjaneyasana, lower the right knee. You can grab your blocks here because we're focusing on a long spine. Engage your low belly to support the low back. And from here, send your tailbone long, reaching tall through the spine. I like the blocks because it provides a little extra support for a lift. But if you don't have blocks, you can place your hands on your front thigh here and just think length through your spine. On your next exhale, push the hips back over your back knee, begin to straighten the left leg, half splits, pull your toes back towards your face, pull the pinky side of the foot back towards your face. Still focusing on a long spine here, plug the left leg into your hip bones, bringing the hips somewhat square towards the top of the mat. From here, crawl your fingers all the way out towards the right, all the way back. Bring the right foot back for a kickstand. We're going to a modified side plank. So plant your right hand, opening up with the left, reaching in opposite directions. Feel the expansion in your upper back here. Press your hips towards the right or out in front of you. From here, begin to sit your hips down. We're coming into Janu Shirshasana. So sitting your hips down, bringing the right sole of the foot inside the left thigh, reaching towards your left toes with your left hand. Right arm sweeps up over the right ear, standing open to the right side body. Option to bring the left hand to your right knee for an added twist open. Sand the right hand back down, plant the right hand, push your hips up, coming back into your modified side plank. Bring the left fingertips and reach them down toward the front of the mat. Since we're on the mat backwards, it's reaching down away from your ear, and then drop your right ear to your right shoulder for a little neck stretch. Send your left arm up and over your left ear now for a side body stretch. And go ahead and bring the left hand down and crawl your way back up towards the top of the mat, setting up for a runner's lunge. Setting up your feet here on train tracks. Powering up through the back leg, nice and strong, as if someone is going to come and sit on this back leg. You can hold them up. Magnetize your feet together, recruiting those extra muscles. Left hip comes back, right hip comes forward. Feel some buoyancy here. Engage your low belly to spine. We're going to come up into a high lunge. Ready? Arms up overhead. Readjust here if you need to. Check in with your pelvis and your hips, your feet, magnetizing together. Send your left arm towards the back and the right arm forward for a side twist here. Your arms are going to keep going down. They're going to keep spiraling. Then your left arm is going to reach forward, right arm back for a twist open to the right. Keep going up, coming back into your high lunge, and go one more time. Left arm back, right arm forward, twisting open towards the left. Arms keep going, twisting open to the right. If that's confusing, that's okay. Just open up to the left. And then we're going to open up to the right. Arms back up overhead, facing the front of the mat. Hands can come down to heart center, lean forward. And we're going to step to the top of the mat for Tadasana. Now we're ready to do the other side. Inhale, circle, sweep up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands in the left foot back, Setting up for Anjaneyasana, drop the left leg, engage the low belly, come up into your Anjay. You can take blocks here or hands on thigh for support, thinking of a long spine, reaching the tailbone long, reaching up to the crown. Send the hips back over the back knee. Begin to straighten the right leg. Pull those toes towards your face. Pinky side towards your face. Long, tailbone is long, reaching through the crown. Long spine. Half splits here. Begin to walk your hands out towards the left, all the way to the back of the mat. Left foot comes back for a kickstand. Plant the left hand. Spiral open the right fingertips, reaching towards the sky. Push the hips forward. Feel the broadness of your collarbones. Begin to sit your hips back down onto your heel for Janu Shirshasana. Set yourself up. Right fingertips reach towards your right toes. Left arm sweeps up and over your left ear to fan open the left side body. Option to bring your right hand to your left knee for an added twist. Left hand comes back to the mat. Come back up onto your left knee for your modified side plank. Reach the right fingertips towards your right toes. Drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Reach back with those fingertips for that nice neck stretch. Now fan the right fingertips up and over your right ear for that side body stretch. And then rotate your shoulders down, walking your hands all the way back up to set up for a runner's lunge. Feet on train tracks. Strong left leg, as if someone's going to sit on that back leg. Magnetize your thighs together, your heels and toes together. Sorry, that was confusing. The right heel towards the left toes. That's more clear. Engage the low belly for a rise. You can have a bend in your back leg. Strong base. The right arm is going to start reaching back and left arm reaches forward for a twist open towards the right. Your arms are going to keep swinging. And then you're going to, the right arm goes forward, left arm back, opening up to the left. Back to center. One more time. Right arm goes back, left arm goes forward. Keep sweeping. Left arm back, right arm forward, opening up to the left. Back to center. I lied. Last time. One more time. Open up towards the right. Keep sweeping. Open up towards the left. Arms back up overhead. Hands come to heart center, lean forward. Step your back foot up to Tadasana. We're going to do that a couple more times, more dynamically, just moving, getting out of our heads, into our bodies. If you want to put on a favorite song, something like that, to set any sort of vibe, sometimes that feels really nice. Sometimes it's nice to just tune into the sounds around you and into the sensations you're feeling in your body. So a little bit faster. Take an inhale to prepare. And an exhale. Inhale, circle sweep arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot back, Anjaneyasana. Engage low belly, rise. Long spine reaching to the crown. Send the hips back, begin to straighten the left leg, toes pulled towards your face. Long spine, sit bones reaching back. Crawling your hands over towards the right, kickstand that right leg, plant the right hand, unfurl open for that modified side plank. Hips push forward. Sitting the hips back for Janu Shirshasana. Left arm reaches to the left toes, right arm reaches up over your right ear. Option to twist. Right hand comes back down, back up onto your right knee, pushing your hips forward. Take whatever variation you want with the top arm here. Rolling back down to the mat, crawling all the way up, setting up for your high lunge. Setting up a strong base. Ignite your core to support your low back. And rise. Take those windmill arms, opening up to the left. Keep swinging, opening up to the right. Arms up overhead, left arm reaches back, right arm forward. Through the center, opening up to the right. One more time. Arms up overhead, left arm reaches back, right arm forward. Through the center now, left arm reaches forward, right arm back. And back up overhead. Maybe you keep your arms up overhead. Lean your weight forward. Step your back foot up. Back to your mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, circle sweep up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, Anjaneyasana. Back knee drops. Engage your low belly. Magnetize your legs. Long spine, reaching to the crown, reaching to the sit bones. Send the hips back, half splits, reach your toes back towards your face. Crawling your hands towards the back of the mat. Kickstand that left foot, planting the left hand. Reaching up high with your right fingertips, push your hips forward. Send the hips back, coming to a seat, Janu Shirshasana. Right hand towards your right toes. Left arm sweeps up and over your left ear. Option to twist. Left hand comes back to the mat, coming back up into your side plank. Take whatever variation you want with that right arm. Spinning back towards the mat, crawl yourself back up to set up for your high lunge. Setting up a strong base. Magnetizing the feet together, setting up, ignite the low belly, and rise. Right arm is going to go back, left arm reaches forward for an opening to the right. Arms are spinning down, opening up to the left. Arms are back up overhead 2 more times. Left arm reaches forward, right arm back, opening up to the left, back to center 1 more time, opening up to the right, opening up to the left, arms overhead facing forward. Lean forward, step the left foot up to your Tadasana. Take a grounding breath. Inhale, circle sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank. Lower the knees and lower down all the way onto your belly. We're going to come to a Sphinx pose. So elbows come underneath your shoulders, pressing your forearms somewhat parallel, wherever's comfortable, really. But fingertips are reaching towards the top of the mat. Active here, press into your elbows, shoulders are reaching away from your ears and your crown is reaching up. Active legs, press the pubic bone into the mat here. And then relax, sink into it. Let your shoulders sink towards your ears. Let your neck kind of disappear into your shoulders. Take a neck roll here. Left ear towards your left shoulder. Roll your neck down and forward. Right ear towards the right shoulder. Other side, roll forward. Chin drops. Left ear to left shoulder. Do that one more time. Chin drops in. Right ear to right shoulder. And go ahead and come up. Coming into a half frog here, take your right leg out towards your right. You can put a blanket underneath your leg here if you'd like. Still looking for that 90-degree angle out from your hip and 90-degree angle at your knee. Sometimes I like to tuck my left toes and try to broaden my hip points here. And go ahead and tuck. You can stay here if you'd like. If you want a little bit of a twist, take your left arm, crawl it underneath your right armpit. Crawl it as far as you can. And then turn your palm to face up. I like to bring a block or maybe a blanket and a block to put my ear or my forehead on. You're going to be here for a little while, so make yourself comfortable and supported. Deep breaths, just begin to sink. Soften what you can. Soften your jaw. Soften your neck. With each exhale, soften deeper into this position. Adjust if you need to. Move your block when you're ready. And begin to roll over onto your left side, opening up your right arm for a supine twist with that right knee over across your body. If you want to put the block underneath that right knee, that can feel really nice. You can also press into the left elbow, lift the left shoulder, and maneuver it over so more of your upper back can touch the mat. And maybe that right hand comes to the mat, but don't stress if it doesn't. Breathe here. Noticing where the twist is coming from. See if you can come back to that 4-count breath that we started with. Begin to close your right arm back over. We're going to come back onto our belly, straighten the right leg, press the right palm into the mat, pull your left arm from underneath you, back into your Sphinx. Left knee is going to come out for that half frog with your legs. Look back at it, make sure it's coming out at a 90-degree angle from your torso, and your knee is also a 90-degree angle. Take your right arm, begin to crawl underneath your left armpit, crawl as far as it can go, then turn your palm facing up. Grab your blocker pillow for your forehead or your ear to rest on. And settle. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. See if you can relax your forehead. Relax your hips. Focus on your breath. When you're ready, grab your block, move it out of the way. Continue to keep rolling onto your right side body, keeping your left knee across, maybe putting that block underneath your knee. Reaching the left arm open for the supine twist. Adjusting your upper back by pressing into that right elbow, lifting up the right shoulder to maneuver yourself to a more comfortable spot here. Coming back to that 4-count breath. See if you can breathe, draw the breath into your low belly. Maybe creating more space in your thoracic spine for this twist. When you're ready, you can roll all the way onto your back body. We're going to set up for our final Shavasana. You can take whatever variation of Shavasana you would like. I'm going to recommend taking a block, setting it into the middle of your mat down by where your feet will be, taking your pillow or your bolster, a blanket also works. I like to set it at a 45-degree angle on my block so more of my thigh can touch the surface and feel more supported here. You can also grab a blanket, put it underneath your neck, placing your thighs over your bolster and rolling down onto your back. Adjusting your blanket to support your neck or your skull. Press the weight into your heels and lengthen your tailbone, and then lower it back down onto the mat. Crawl the heels out long. Maybe you can get another centimeter or two of length. And then take each heel out wide, maybe an inch, to keep them from kind of rocking out. Hands can be wherever it's comfortable. Feel your skull making an imprint into your blanket or your mat, just sinking in. Relaxing the muscles in the neck, the jaw, around your eyes. Feel your hip bones get heavy. The right hip bone sinks into the mat. And then the left hip bone sinks into the mat. Notice the left arm getting heavy. And the right arm getting heavy. Begin to deepen your breath. Notice the sounds around you, maybe the sounds far away or outside. Begin to notice the sounds nearby, maybe in the same room, that maybe have become white noise that you don't even notice anymore. Notice how you're feeling, bringing your awareness to your physical body, your emotional body. Begin to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. When you're ready, roll over onto your side. Go ahead and push yourself up into a comfortable seat. Eyes can stay closed, or you can just soften your gaze if that's more comfortable. Now, taking this kindness that you've shown yourself on your mat and taking it out to extend to those you encounter in the world. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for showing up. Send yourself a mental note of gratitude for being here for yourself. And I'll take a bow of gratitude to close. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you all have a beautiful day. And moms, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day. Y'all are the real MVPs.
Okay, thank you very much. Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Megan.
Eric.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Megan.
Emily.
That was
Thank you. Hi, Ingrid. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.